Hi, and welcome to this fifth course on the HTML. Now, today we're going to see something interesting. We're going to be talking about CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. Now, the first thing we need to know is there's multiple ways to insert CSS. We can do it directly in one tag. So I can add it this way and put all my style between here for one element. So for my H1 here, I can do custom style. I can add it in the header of the document with a script tag, uh, style tag. But what we're going to see today is how to include it from a separate file. So right now, what we're going to be doing, it's in our header. I'm going to put it after my title. I need to link a style sheet to my document. So I'm going to be linking a style sheet. Now, first off, I have to say what type of document I'm linking. So as I mentioned, I'm linking a style sheet. Then what type of document is this? Is this an image? So for the browser, we're going to be telling it it's CSS and text. And finally, the href, the same that we use for our anchor, it's going to be the name of our file. So in this case, I'm going to call it style.css. So here we go. Now I'm actually including a style sheet from which is going to be a text file, and it's going to be called style.css. So let's save here. It's already saved. I'm going to be creating here my new style sheet. So I'm going to save it as style.css. Here we go. So now I have my style sheet right here, and this is my main document. Now if I refresh here, currently there's nothing happening. We didn't change anything. If I look at the source, you see that I added here my style sheet. But since it's empty, nothing is happening. So let's start with an example for my style sheet. So let's say I'm going to put a selector H1 and open this symbol here. I'm not sure what the name is. By doing so, I'm going to be telling my document every single H1 tag in my document will have whatever I'm going to be writing in between here. So now let's start with the color. So I'm going to put a random color here in hexadecimal. Hexadecimal, it's usually 0 through F, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. So we're going by 2 digits. I can go all the way up to F, 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 F. Now if I save and refresh, see my title just start being light gray. Let me just put randomer digits here, so we can try to have a different color. Here we go. Bright green, beautiful. Okay, so see, by changing here on my H1 tag, I say all my colors, all my H1 tag color need to be, well, this kind of green. I can change also the background color. I can put some regular names for color. Instead of putting the hexadecimal, I place the link on the site itself, which bring you here. Oops. And if we look here, you have all the regular names that are called throughout the internet for the following colors here. So in one case, I took the example of Alice Blue and the tutorial, which is basically this blue here. See, now we already have bright green, so let's try aqua. Here we go. Now we have a background of aqua and a highlight color of light green, which is quite special as a layout. We can also change the font size. Now the font size obviously is going to be the size of the text here. I can put it in pixel with the acronym PX. Now pixel, obviously it's the amount of pixel, which is a small dot needed to create something. If I zoom really closely, that's going to mean that from top to bottom there's a total of 40 pixel used. Now, this is good for changing or doing specific style, but what we usually want to do is to use EMs instead. Now, the advantage with the EM, see, I'm just going to play with random size. EM is going to be relative to your screen size. So when you're actually going to see it on a mobile or on a tablet, the font is going to be adjusted depending on your screen size. So you're always going to be guaranteed a minimum visibility of your text. So here we go. Just to recap, I have the selector here. Then we add all the properties for that current selectors and we have the value. What is fun with CSS, let's say I'm going to try here with H2, or actually here, we have paragraph. If I'm not mistaken, we have more than one paragraph. See, one, two paragraph here. So when I do a style for selector, it's going to use all the selectors in this document. In this case, we have two paragraphs. So I can change the layout of both paragraph. So let's put a font size of 1 and a color of green. Here we go. If I save and refresh, here we go. You have a green color for both paragraphs. So that's all I'm going to be seeing today. So stay tuned, and next week we're going to see more instruction on how to be using our CSS. Bye.